You've probably heard of lore, but have you heard of lore? The lore of the lore. The lore of the lore of the lore. Well, we haven't gotten to lore yet. Lore cubed is a little bit, intense. We don't even know if it's there. Probably is, but we're not getting into that. Anyway, the lore is all lore that has ever been existed, but the lore of that. So there's a lot of it. In fact, basically infinite. So we didn't write all of that down. We just wrote the interesting parts, like the giant rift that goes between dimensions. Also, dimensions, they're called, flurbs. Well, no, those aren't dimensions. Those are the collections of all dimensions. So technically, each of those is its own little lore. But we only call those the lore. The lore is the lore of all of that lore. The lore, well, we don't even know what that is yet. We haven't gotten to that point, as I've said before. Lore and before. Rhyme. Wow, cool. Anyway, there are a lot of people who are very relevant to the lore story. Like, I'll just explain a few of them to you. So, let's start with one of the most relevant in all of reality, especially to the pre-Rift times before reality combined. That would be Mans. Not man, Mans. We can't explain Mans to you very much, because Mans is Mans, and doesn't like to be explained without assassinating families and starting world wars. Now, he's a guy. Well, a lot more than that. We don't exactly know much about him, because his whereabouts are very well defended by his coalition of cult-like supporters. They're inter-Mans wars and intra-Mans wars. The Mans society is so big that they've started entire world wars just by arguing with each other about the true meaning of Mans. We don't even know how many Mans there are. They're almost definitely infinite, but, like, in each universe, some universes only have one Mans, but most have at least 20. So, yeah, Mans is a thing. A lot of other characters, but that should give you an intro to one of the biggest ones, and I'll give you a quick overview. We have Nimbimbus, then we have Nimbombus, Nimbimbus' brother. Then we have a lot of other unspecified characters, and the Pain. That was your intro to lore, and I hope you enjoy the future of this great and horrible world.